Oh boy, what a month. It has been pretty crazy for me. Just a lot of stuff going on at work, a lot of like schoolwork as well. So I've been pretty busy. Sorry that I didn't have any new videos for you guys. But yeah, here we go. Right now I'm trying to make a short one about this new piece of necklace that you might notice that I have right now. So yeah, I got this choker like 2 weeks ago. I never had any chokers. This is my first ever choker that I got, and I've been wearing it pretty frequently when I was going out. And I noticed actually last week I was wearing this out and about, and I saw this one lady who was sitting across me at the subway keep on looking at me. I don't know if it was this choker, if she thought I was pretty, or if there was something on my face. Maybe I don't know. Might be a combination of all of them. But anyway, so that got me thinking. Yeah, why don't men wear chokers? What's people's perception about it, and like, why can't we wear them, without getting judged in a way? So maybe she was judging because I was wearing a choker that's really like technically feminine. It's associated with like feminine jewelry, or just femininity in general. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about this, like not really from like an objective perspective or like historical perspective per se. I couldn't find much about the history of chokers except the fact that Queen Alexandra of the United Kingdom was wearing one to hide a small scar in 1900, and that's how it got popularized. And then, since she was a queen, it was inherently, it started out as a feminine accessory. So maybe that has something to do with it, but that's about it. That's like the history. Done. So the rest of the video, I'm just going to talk a little bit about my own opinion about choker on men, and some other people's opinion on choker on men. And for that portion, I went to the internet's most reliable source on fashion advice. You know it. So let's dive right into it. So before we dive into like the opinions and stuff, I just want to see if there's any examples of men wearing chokers. And guess what? There were only like 3 or 4 people that consistently wear a choker, and one of them being none other than Timothée Chalamet. Timothée Chalamet is amazing at utilizing chokers. Like, look at this one first. He is wearing Vivienne Westwood bone choker, I think was his Vivienne Westwood sweater, and it just works really well. Again, he's wearing the bone choker. I don't know if that's Vivienne Westwood, but yeah, the bone choker with his blazer. And he is wearing nothing underneath but just that like Cartier. I think that's a Cartier choker from what I've researched. It was his pink velvet blazer, I guess. So yeah, that's like the kind of the vibe that he's going for with these kind of stuff. I also found one picture of Travis Scott wearing that really nice choker. I really don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know. It might be vintage or something. Like I couldn't find the brand, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. And last but not least, Harry Styles, of course, are another fashion diva. I mean, that kind of doesn't count as choker. Maybe it's not like too close to neck. As you can see, it's kind of like draping a little bit longer towards the bottom. So I don't know if that counts as choker, but kind of similar. So yeah, there were some articles or like Reddit posts that were talking about chokers. First one is this one. Thoughts on male chokers. What do you think? In general, I think it's pretty cool. I have one, but I want to see what others think about it too. And one of the top comments was, one kid at my school wears one and he's gay AF. So you like men if you wear a choker, in your opinion? Actually, this is what I thought too at first, and here's the plot twist. No, the guy who wears one at my school is literally gay. So okay, yeah, that was the plot twist. But it is inevitable though that I think choker, if you do wear chokers, maybe like you might be seen as gay. Like, I'm not saying it's wrong. There's nothing wrong with being perceived as gay, but I think some people might be a little bit more self-conscious of that fact. So this guy's basically saying that this gay person wears chokers. So that doesn't necessarily mean if you wear a choker then you're gay. Although I think there is some correlation that if you wear chokers then people might think you're gay. So that's one thing. I wear a lot of feminine or androgynous clothing, but it takes a lot of confidence. I F with chokers on guys when they're used in a creative, fashionable way. That is, I don't know what that means. Like, fashionable, do you think this is fashionable way? I don't know. But I don't think a lot of people are ready for that kind of stuff. I actually noticed more people saying they dig my choker that I wear from time to time recently. If you can pull it off, obviously wear it, bro. Okay, so this is a good point. The last sentence basically summarizes all fashion statements or like any kind of fit advice. If you can pull it off, obviously wear it, bro. There's a lot of like underlying connotations here for what do you mean by you can pull it off? Like, just because you think you can pull it off, does that mean you can pull it off? Does this constitute that I'm pulling it off? Do you think I'm pulling it off? Do I think I'm pulling it off? Personally, yes, I do. I do. This might sound vain, but like, I do think I'm pulling it off. With, I guess maybe it's because like it's a brand. I can't just wear this with like anything. I do have to consciously think about what I'm wearing. But I think I can pull it off. And if you disagree, maybe you can like leave your opinion on the chat. I won't be offended. But the standards of whether you can pull it off or not kind of it's ambiguous. Like, how do you know? And I guess for chokers specifically, there's another opinion that I'm going to show you right now that might just like have a little answer of how to look at that. Okay, as a masculine straight guy, if I see a guy wearing a choker, I'm thinking he's gay. Not saying it's bad, just my monkey brain. Do I think it's feminine? 100%. I would say just wear whatever you want, but I don't want you to get bullied. Yeah, so for context, the OP was asking if he can wear it in his school. I think he was a high schooler, I think, from the context. And yes, it's wrong that it happens, but it's a sad reality. Okay, so like in a school setting, it might be a little bit different. You might not want to get bullied, so you might want to be careful about that. But if you're an adult, if you're just like minding your own business and you're just like out and about, no one's gonna come up and hit you or like beat you up just because you're wearing choker. I hope not. That sounds scary. So but you know, like this really offers a valuable insight. So a lot of people might think, and you know, see the number of opos. A lot of people agree that if you do wear chokers, then you're thinking that person is gay. So you know, a lot of people might have thought that I'm gay. Not that I care. I used to care before how my sexuality is perceived before, but I don't really care anymore. Inevitably, I think a lot of people who's gonna wear chokers are people who are comfortable with their like sexuality, or who are comfortable with androgynous clothing, or just like being androgynous in general, who don't really care that much about their masculinity, as in like, you know, not that they don't care about it, but they're not afraid of exploring their femininity, just like me. I'm not really afraid of exploring my femininity recently, as I become more confident about my identity in general, in a way that really does restrict the population of men that's gonna be wearing chokers. Like maybe like 2 or 3% of men might be comfortable wearing them, just because, you know, like a lot of men I feel like are really afraid of exploring their femininity, or just like in general wearing anything that goes beyond like the universally socially acceptable menswear. For instance, just like navy blazer with like, I don't know, gray dress pants, white dress shirt. That's like very uniform menswear clothing, right? Like that in itself fit. You can imagine already, like that's just like a very uniform fit. And from my experience working at a menswear clothing store for like 2 years, I have not met that many men who are comfortable getting out of that boundary of menswear. It's like, it is bizarre how scared they are. Like it's not even that they don't want to, they're like scared. They are scared that they're going to be judged in a different way. So yeah, that really does restrict the number of men who might be wearing chokers. It's definitely less common for guys to wear them than girls, but gender roles suck and jewelry is fun, so go nuts. This comment is so nice that I started to smile like an idiot in front of my computer screen. That is actually such a wholesome comment. But it doesn't, like, it's kind of easier said than done kind of situation, because I think it is less common for guys, of course. And if you do want to stand out like me, I love to stand out. So if you want to stand out, then yes, this is a great way to stand out if you want to wear chokers. And you know, this kind of ties into what I was saying before, like the reason why people, like guys, don't really wear that much is because of the fact that they're afraid of judgment, or like afraid of how they're going to be perceived. They don't really want to be perceived as gay. They don't really want to be perceived as feminine and stuff. So that's the thing about chokers, I guess. Okay, last but not least, I say go for it. Personality, I find it so attractive when I see men wearing stereotypically feminine accessories. Thank you. I mean, I feel like not many people might think that, but okay, thank you. I think it gives off a really confident vibe, like they don't give a if people question their masculinity. I bet you'll look great in it. Okay, so just by virtue of wearing this, does that mean I want to be perceived as feminine, or is it because like of the fact that I'm wearing this, I am just perceived as feminine and I just have to accept that? Like I can't just wear this and not expect people to think of me as a certain way? And the answer is, I think, yeah, like in a way, fashion is inevitably a social endeavor. So if people think that way, then you just have to be open to that approach and like that mindset that people might think you are gay, maybe people might think you're feminine, and you're just prepared to accept whatever comes to your way. Like none of the people are gonna actually talk to you. Maybe like 1 out of a million people might come up to you and say, are you gay, or like, are you like, what are you doing with your life, or whatever. Especially maybe if you go to like those like, you know, areas that are not that fashionable, maybe more people might come to you and be like, why are you wearing that? But in New York, I have not received any of those kind of reactions yet, so I think it should be fine. Okay, so there's just one more that I wanted to go over. Chokers are feminine. The easiest way to pass as a guy is to ignore everything you know about fashion, wear badly fitting clothes, oversized but not fitted or shaped clothes, etc. So for context, this was a post about female to male transgender, just asking how to get perceived as male, and like, can they wear chokers? So this was the answer. And like, this is so funny because it is kind of accurate, and it's so sad because just by being interested in fashion, like myself, that in itself already makes you feminine. So if that makes me feminine already, then why don't I just amplify the femininity anyway? You know what I mean? Like, does it just wear this with the skirt, with like, I don't know, like the crop jacket and like heels? I will just like go all out maybe, and that will actually make this more kind of like fit into the fit. I don't know. So yeah, what's my own opinion? I mean, I kind of like spoke about my own opinion already just a little bit, but to reiterate, I do think chokers are really cool when done properly, but I would be remiss if I ignore the fact that it does give off feminine vibes, and just because, you know, it's like, it is associated with femininity, and there's nothing I can do about it, and I am just gonna keep on wearing them anyway just because I like them. That's been the goal that I have in fashion this year. I just like wear whatever I want to just because I like them, not because of trends. For instance, people think tabbies are out. I just wear them because I like them. I still wear them to this very day. I saw this like recently, I saw this Instagram reel saying like tabbies are so out, it's like so 2020 or whatever. I'm like, who cares? I'm just gonna wear them anyway. So this one too, like, I'm just gonna wear them anyway. Yeah, I think that's it for now. So this video was kind of like a rambling and like just like opinion kind of video instead of informative video. So I hope some of you enjoy this format. I have more ideas about what videos to make, but I don't know if I'll have time. I will try to make time though to keep the videos coming, because I do want to try to grow this channel a little bit at least. So like, yeah, I'll see what I can do. But yeah, thank you for tuning in again, and I will see you next time. I will report back on my choker journey maybe in like half a year, 1 year, and see how it goes. Okay, bye.